And now shifting to the Middle East, Israel carried out multiple airstrikes in southern Lebanon, hitting several Hezbollah positions on Sunday. The strikes on Hezbollah were in retaliation to a rocket barrage that was carried out by the Iran-backed group earlier that day. Following the escalation, Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant visited troops in Gaza and told them about the commencement of a major military operation in the north against Hezbollah.
In Gaza, we need to achieve our two goals, both to eliminate Hamas and to return the hostages, and we are on this matter with all our might. At the same time, we are looking at the entire war fronts, and this means that while you are fighting here in Gaza, we are preparing for anything that can happen in the north, and moving the center of gravity can be quick and can also include you on a short schedule, and we are prepared for all these possibilities.
Meanwhile, Israel allegedly conducted airstrikes on Syria as well, killing at least 5 and wounding almost 13 civilians. Syrian media says that the Israeli airstrikes were carried out in a city which is known for having a presence of Iranian forces and pro-Tehran militias. Now, neither Israel nor Iran have commented on the airstrikes in Syria. However, it must be noted that Israel's offensive in Lebanon and Syria comes as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu faces widespread criticism at home. On Sunday, thousands of protesters urged Prime Minister Netanyahu to resign for not securing a hostage release deal. Demonstrators also urged the Prime Minister to act on the killing of 3 Israeli civilians who were gunned down in the West Bank by a Jordanian man. Prime Minister Netanyahu has condemned the shooting incident and has called the Jordanian attacker a terrorist.
This is a difficult day. A loathsome terrorist murdered in cold blood 3 of our civilians at Allenby Bridge. On behalf of the government and myself, I send my condolences to the families of the murdered.
As domestic pressure builds on Prime Minister Netanyahu for failing to reach a ceasefire, he's blamed Iran and Hamas for attacking Israel and prolonging the war.
We are surrounded by a murderous ideology led by Iran's axis of evil. In recent days, loathsome terrorists have murdered 6 of our hostages in cold blood and 3 Israeli police officers. The killers do not distinguish between us. They want to murder us all, until the last one. Right and left, secular and religious, Jews and non-Jews. What prevents the elimination of our people as in the past is the strength of the State of Israel and the strength of the Israel Defense Forces.
Meanwhile, the Jordanian gunman was eventually killed by Israeli soldiers. However, the slain attacker was called a hero by thousands of people who protested against Israel in Jordan's capital, Amman.
The operation represents all Jordanian citizens. Everyone is happy. They distributed sweets. We are happy because we got a bit of justice for the blood of the children and martyrs who are gone. We are really happy with today's operation.
Now, every time Prime Minister Netanyahu faces internal backlash, Israel ramps up airstrikes in Lebanon or Syria to target Hezbollah fighters and pro-Tehran militias. With patience running out among Israelis, it looks like Netanyahu is trying every trick in the playbook to stay in power.